I'm not taking any more
No.
The last
responsibilities
month
in
you
this
talked
township.
about those parts
I
that
had
you were
my hand
able to
raised
clean
first.
for the sewer.
What up with that shit?
No, I'm waving my hand saying that
Okay,
I'm not
I
taking
just wondered
questions.
what those would cost,
Yeah.
and if we would've had the money to cover those.
No, just let me, so, that's where we're at right now. Okay, so the motion's been made, you supported it, is that correct? Okay, we'll roll call this one, Bryce? Yes. Priscilla?
Yes.
Carol? Christine? I'll vote yes,
So we
motion
need
carries.
to make sure it says April of 24.
Yes,
And October
yes.
of 24.
Yes.
So we know that it's going,
That it's
So
not
it's gonna be $45 total at the end,
correct.
so it's going up $20.
It's not horrible, it's not 90, I mean, it's 45, it's half of what we're projecting it could, that they are projecting that it could be.
More than likely, we'll be doing the same thing next year at the same time period,
Well-
and we'll move it up another 10 to 20.
Well, but that's the thing, and we're gonna have to review this again next year, and we're gonna have to look at it,
If
and,
they have the sewer, they don't pay like the other, I mean, they don't have like a well and septic, or a
They don't-
septic that
yeah.
they have to come and get pumped
Right.
and.
well,
you know, I
and
mean,
pumping a
they're-
septic tank nowadays, I think it's almost $500 to have your septic pumped out now.
It's more in Rives for some reason. Somebody passed something. No, that's what they told me, the septic.
It cost us $320.
Oh, well, you need to call her person.
better call, ask that sewer
Okay,
manager. Get paid
you
for
stop
it.
that. Communication, Carol?
Priscilla already mentioned it, but Williams Way is closed.
Good. Is that it?
Yes.
Christine?
You know, I don't think we did have a planning commission meeting, that last one, we just had, we brought
You
the
and me.
amendment to you, and we were gonna go back
Go
and,
for it, Bryce, I've already handed in
I
mine.
know, I know.
you know, continue to review the solar ordinances and address some of the points brought up by the
Yeah,
public.
no, clear, yeah,
Good.
tonight.
All right. Bryce?
Only thing I had was, and Priscilla included it in our agenda about, last part of paying my price of the 6-inch pipe for the bowlers.
So Bryce turned in a receipt that had cash on it, and then he sent me a nasty, email stating that he didn't know, that he should have taken the and paid his check out of payroll. I sent him an email back stating, reimbursements come out of payables, which it has done for everybody. It's not out of payroll account. And I sent him a resolution that said that, I said I would pay him if he came up with the plan of what the resolution is. He came and pounded on the door on Saturday with a invoice of $627, which I had already paid him $297. So I told him to come back with an invoice, cause I only owed him $400. So he comes back with an invoice, but the invoice says 6-inch steel pipe, doesn't give any details, nothing, for $400, and a picture that says
No,
cast iron.
Wait, that didn't happen at that time. I said, what will it take to go and get this thing taken care of? I said, all I got is a picture that was shown on Facebook Marketplace, was that accepted? And you didn't wanna take it, Stacy was there, she says, we can take $400, and you finally concluded that you would go and accept it, and I've
Right.
been waiting ever since.
And now we have a 6-inch steel pipe, doesn't say how long, doesn't say the billards, doesn't say anything
I
on
turned them
this,
into bollards.
or bullets,
Now you
but it
making me
doesn't
say the
say
wrong
this
word.
on,
Well, I will tell you, Bryce, and I'm gonna stick up for a little bit on this one, because she's been on my ass about these things all the time. And she is a stickler when it comes to receipts and everything, you've gotta write on them, they gotta know what it's for. So, if she's asking for more definition on that, that's her ass, okay? She's the one that's gotta be so just
Like, can't he just go and,
Get-
like, take it back and go
Yeah,
to his computer?
get it back, get it back, put on there what it is that she needs.
Descriptive.
I
and,
did, I went through the steps and she's.
But the
gave me an
6-inch
acceptance
steel
check.
pipe doesn't say how many billards, doesn't say anything on here that it just says we're paying 6-inch steel pipe, 2 quantities for $400 or 200 each. Doesn't say it's for the billards, it doesn't say
I cut them into
anything.
threes.
Huh?
I cut them into threes, so we.
Just-
It doesn't matter.
I think-
It's,
I
you
think-
have
I
to be
didn't include
descriptive.
the grinding wheel or the time and all that stuff, it took that.
no, and that's no problem, but what she's asking for is what she expects, and it's the same thing that she gets from me, or that she tells me I've gotta do, it's gotta be detailed, point on, so just, take and whip something up, telling her exactly what it was,
I whipped up
6,
something the first time and that wasn't good enough.
No, yeah, you put in cash only, and you're not getting paid without a receipt and nothing signed.
and that's really, that's both of them, because they're not gonna sign off on it. So just get what it is on there, if you had 6 of them.
So if you have
whatever
billards,
length, just get them on there.
how
and-
many billards you have, or how many, what you did, you need to put it here, and you need to sign your name.
Get it,
This
Write it
isn't
down,
signed.
please.
This one is-
Yeah, go ahead, right there.
See it?
Okay,
And you can
perfect.
get that
You can
picked.
get
Perfect.
take care of it.
is there anything else you've got, Bryce,
Bryce, get a copy of that when you're done,
while you're writing?
just in case.
No, I don't
Can we
think
speak
so.
out of turn again?
Yeah, Priscilla?
Oh, yeah. Well, first of all,
No, don't be getting into my paperwork over here.
you got my paperwork already. FOIA motion from last month needs to be rescinded due to going to a seminar and learning that the first 15 minutes are free. And at this time, I make a motion to rescind the motion on December 7th on the 2017 FOIA guidelines, to return the FOIA guidelines as previously written.
I support it. Okay, all in favor, say aye.
I don't understand what was that last part?
It's going back to the.
It went back to the regular.
So you can't charge for the first 15 minutes, so she's.
Oh,
She learned
If
that.
it's 14 or less, it's run down.
You should be charging for the first minute.
no.
That's
State law.
against
Law
That,
says first 15 minutes.
Oh, I know, I didn't say, I understand that, but
so we'll give you a copy
Okay.
before you
I
go.
know, it's
Six
fine.
spoolers, is that good?
Yep.
that was all in favor,
Yeah.
say aye.
Yeah.
Opposed, no, motion carried.
I purchased waterproof tubs for the record in the basement. I'd like reimbursement for the purchase. Motion to be reimbursed for purchase of waterproof tubs that were used to secure the township records of $511.68. I am also not getting reimbursed for $30.70 for the tax because I needed the waterproof tubs that I did not, do the tax exempt for Menards. So I will take that $30 hit, but I want my money back.
Silly question. Do you have a receipt for that?
I sure in hell do.
Yeah, but the receipt isn't gonna match it if you take the.
It will with this line through it, okay.
No, it will match the top.
$30.
Okay, I'll support that, we'll roll call because we're spending money. Bryce,
Yes.
Yes. Yes. Priscilla.
Priscilla,
Yes.
I vote yes,
Get
motion
tax paid.
Because I didn't sign for the exemption,
right.
it's fine.
Oh.
We don't have, it's not, the paperwork hasn't been filled out at
Hasn't
Menards.
been done.
It's at Lowe's, but not Menards.
Lowe's
you
has
have to
got
do it for
it,
each
but the
store. Okay.
Lowe's, I went to Lowe's, and then when I found out that I had to have the waterproof tubs, because that's exactly what our insurance company is requiring, and they have to have a seal around the top, and the only place that I could get them for that weekend is at Menards. So I purchased them. I would like to be paid extra compensation for all the work that was done in the basement, because that doesn't cover my statutory duties. Motion to pay Priscilla Hart 19.25 hours at the rate of $18 an hour for securing the records in the tub and cleaning the basement for a total of $346.50. So all of your records in that basement that were in cardboard boxes are now in a tub. Margaret and I have done the basement.
Did Margaret get,
Margaret got paid.
Okay. There again, I support that.
Yeah, I support, yeah, okay.
Okay. Bryce?
Yes or no? Okay, yes.
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 I'll vote yes, motion carried.
So if you look, before the next one is, if you go back to your, just behind your payroll account, there's a fire department payroll summary for 2023. The number of runs for the fire department. And the percentage of cost was 56.94% and 43.06%.
And what are we at right now? We're at 58.
We're at 58%.
That's pretty darn close, ain't it?
So the
Well,
question
the runs,
is,
though, we're higher for us.
so we paid a
Right.
$215 annual fee to Tompkins for their books. With Melanie giving us these stats, when you guys go to the fire committee, you might wanna look at this and bring it up, and you might wanna look at your, going down instead of up, because these are your numbers.
That's pretty close, ain't it?
You mean the 56.94 to the 43?
We're 1%.
Well, 1%, and if
Well,
you're planning on buying something
yeah,
extra.
1% adds up a lot.
Adds up when you're buying a fire truck or you're buying something, so you might wanna consider that.
No, good call. All right, is that?
Nope, I'm not done.
Oh, you're not done.
Look, Bryce, last month you handed all of us board members during a meeting, at your turn of communication paperwork from the Decker Agency that was cut off, which means it's been altered. I requested the original documents. I was given one sheet of paper that doesn't show what was given on an altered document. The clerk is responsible for all records for the township and that are not altered. These are what you gave me, or gave all of us. These are the pieces of paper. They've been cut from last month, each one of these. They've been cut off. I asked for originals. I got one copy. It doesn't match these. So what would you like me to
Do you
do?
want one copy or do you want five?
No, I want the copies that you gave me. They're all cut. These are not, those are altered documents that you handed this board last month. So what would you like me to do with these altered documents?
I need to see them. Let's see.
Those are what you gave us.
Just go make more.
You don't
I
hand
could care
in,
less.
okay, so I want,
Do with what you want with it. All I was asking for is if they had something about Stacy Stoner,
so these are all been
whether
cut.
she's qualified to be a FOIA coordinator.
I
In other words,
asking
covered
for
under
the
the-
originals of
I
those
don't care
and
where
not
they
cut.
are.
Can
They
you,
have to be,
Just reprint them.
can you just
Bryce.
reprint
I
those,
can
Bryce?
reprint them, but, you know, if she wants to give butt.
well, you know what?
There again, Bryce, it's, you know, she is the records keeper and she needs.
That's fine. She wants to play games. I can play games
There's no
all the
game
time.
plan, Bryce.
Okay.
The thing is, you have to follow laws.
All right, what else do you have?
You don't follow law.
And the last thing I have, Jerry, is to this Rives Township Board. At this time, I'm resigning from the Rives Township Clerk, effective immediately. I will not be coming back. The sewer payments are due on January 10th. The W-2s are due on January 31st. The 1099s are due on January 31st. You have an audit due on January 23rd for workman's comp. I did your quarterlies before I'm leaving, and your election's due on the 27th of February. Good luck for this township.
This isn't-
Thank you, and I'm gone.
I see a motion approved.
Give me a second.
Is that a motion?
That's a motion, Jerry.
I give it a second.
You second it?
Yep,
Any discussion?
no,
Priscilla? I'm gonna say the same thing I said last time, I don't want.
Doesn't matter, you're done this time. Hopefully your treasurer walks right with me,
Well, I hope
because
that's
you
not
know
the
what,
case.
that's exactly what needs to happen.
I hope that doesn't happen. Any further discussion?
Good luck.
Hearing none? Bryce?
maybe you ought to go and put it up on,
I don't think you wanna give your.
website to open this up.
Do they, my car?
I'm sorry?
Maybe you ought to put it on the website and out on the marketplace, asking for,
What's that
That's
called?
not what we're talking about, Bryce.
oh,
Are
well,
you voting yes or no?
It's the
oh,
township.
yeah, I'm voting for that, but I mean, that's the next thing I think we should be doing.
So you vote yes, Carol,
What are we voting on?
accepting her resignation.
Well,
Christine?
what are you guys gonna do? Because I'm not working and I'm not coming back.
Christine? I vote no. Motion denied.
So what's the plan on this township? Because I've done enough hours in this township, I'm not doing anymore, and you guys knew this committee was gonna push me over it.
It
Before
doesn't
it
need
is
to,
started.
it doesn't
We're
need
not
to.
asking.
No,
you
I'm
to
not doing anymore. I'm
I
not
don't-
taking
I
the
don't want you to. I don't
responsibility.
want you to.
No, that is the responsibility of the clerk.
Hey, please.
Unbelievable.
So, take it, I'm running this township, Jerry, I've done all of your audit,
Yes, you have.
I have saved this township $192,000 with an IRS audit, when Judy McCord told me to put that IRS paperwork away because she already did it, it was not done.
But look at,
And let me tell you what,
look at
I've
what-
cleaned up.
Look at what you've done in the
It
6
doesn't
months you
matter.
measured. Look at what you've done.
Jerry, I'm gonna tell you,
I know.
Well, why does she have to take on the extra step?
it's my
She
responsibility.
doesn't. She doesn't.
Yes, it is my
I
responsibility.
would think.
As
I
a committee,
understand that.
I
understand
have to follow those committees. I have to do the postings, it has to be posted by the clerk. Yes, it does. I
Or the
post
deputy,
all the
or the
planning
deputy.
commission.
that. Or the deputy.
Oh, well, my deputy's on vacations.
Well,
What do you think, Jerry? I've ran this elections on my own for the last two.
I understand. I
So,
understand.
have at it. You know
We-
what? You're on your own this
But
time.
we don't, we need you to help.
You
finish.
don't need me at all.
Yes, we do.
Just till
Yes,
November.
we do.
No, there's no November. I'm done this time. I'm done. I told you guys this. You knew it when I walked in here. I told you I wasn't taking on any more responsibility.
And I'm not asking you to.
You just did. You
No,
just did
no.
on the committee.
You want me
sure
to, you want
did.
me to, you want me to post the damn things?
No.
I'll post the
I'm-
damn things.
No, I'm not taking no more responsibility.
I get that.
The responsibility of Bryce sending me nasty emails, telling me I don't do my job right.
Hey,
This is
hey.
exactly
I
what it
didn't say
is.
anything, don't look at me.
I'm looking at you, but I'm, hey,
Huh?
no, listen.
So there's
No,
nothing.
no.
I've done everything. You're only left with
No.
your general ledger to be balanced.
No.
Everything else is balanced, your general ledger's due, and that's what's due left.
No.
I'm done right now.
No,
Yes.
no,
So,
This is
good
an
luck.
embarrassment.
No.
You can't make me work anymore.
no, we cannot make you. We cannot
You
make you.
can't make me work? Good luck. I'm not coming back, Jerry. Don't call me.
I know what, this is not a joke. And I wish you'd wipe the smiles off your face.
Well, he told us.
No,
No,
you
hey,
hush a
hey,
minute.
hey,
You
hey,
told
hey.
us this
No,
morning.
you hush a minute.
Jerry.
You just
Jerry, you
had-
screamed at
Judy,
me for this.
Judy, please, please. If you want, you're on here,
I am.
I'll let you talk when it's your turn, please,
All right.
please, thank you. Well, my communications were that we had our supervisors meeting, it was a good meeting. It was only supervisors, we were able to talk about a lot of things, go over a lot of things. You guys probably heard me say to Tony Bear, as far as the meeting with our commissioner, as supervisors as a whole. We've got some issues at the county level. We need to get, you know, and I say we as in, and I don't mean just me, or me, we as in supervisors. We as in the county, we as in the residents of this county have got to get in there because they're gonna try to get this, jails, done. You know, they came to us for 45 million a year ago, now they want 54 million.
Yeah, we don't.
You know, and there again, and I don't want this to be, you know, my words, what I'm saying, the bottom line is I support the sheriff, but I do not support the jail.
They want.
So,
Right now, we're understaffed.
I know.
They can't even get,
I know.
escorts,
I know.
so I don't know what they're gonna do with this brand new big jail, where they're gonna get their staff.
I know.
I don't think
So,
that they're not
nope,
working there.
nope, we're past that, Mary, sorry. I hope the statement that she made does not mean that you were considering. Thank you, Carol. There again, and that, I say it's gonna be on the record, but I don't even know who the hell's taping this and who the hell's doing the minutes, so. I guess I can say hell because nobody's listening. We've got, Priscilla really has, I know she's got her flaws. And Priscilla and I have been going at each other for the last 14 years. And I'm gonna tell you something. She was very diligent in what she did. She was on top of shit, she didn't let stuff slide. And I'm sad to see her go because she's been doing a good job. There again, I know that we all don't agree with that, but the bottom line is, now here we are again. Here we are again with an election coming up, and she's not here. So some way, somehow, now the board's gotta figure out what we're gonna do.
Can I make a comment?
Absolutely.
You know, I've been there, I don't know, 10 weeks. And I have worked alongside Priscilla. She is black and white. As you know, Bryce, she needs the receipt, she needs this, she's very by the book.
I know, and I gave her every,
I'm not trying to,
I know, I'm just,
it's not up for discussion.
I thought we had this.
Bryce, let her talk.
But people of, you know, she has been under criticism and criticism and criticism, including the help that she's been obtained by Stacy Stoner, who has helped me, thank you very much, Stacy. And time again, she's raked over the coals. And yeah, is she a very loud personality? Yeah, she is. But God darn it, you know, she's riding the ship. You know, lots of people have said, why are the lights on at 1 o'clock in the morning at the township office?
It's because her ass is there.
Because her ass is there. And the reason being is, and she's not unfounded. She had a ton of audits last year when she walked in. She has a ton of audits coming up. She has the election, which is a presidential year, and the state has changed all kinds of things, so she's under a lot of pressure there. And people continue to criticize the hard work that she's putting in.
You know, I said to my wife about, I'm gonna say 3 months ago, I come home and she said, what's wrong? I said, I'm pissed off at myself. She said, why is that? I said, because I'm actually beginning to like Priscilla. Okay? And I've told Priscilla that, and we've laughed about it and we've joked about it. But she's put the time in. I can't tell you how, I mean, it bothers the shit out of me that she walked out of here, okay? Because I know that she's probably been one of the most compassionate clerks that we've had, no offense, Stacy. You know, with what it is that she's trying to do and make sure things are done right. And I'll be honest with you, her and I argue and yell at each other at least twice a week. But it's not because I'm wrong or she's right or vice versa. It's because we both give a shit. Okay, and her and I come from different sides of the street as such, and the way I look at something is different than the way she looks at something. But that doesn't make her wrong. And, you know, and I'm just, as Carol said, I'm disappointed the way that everybody, excuse me, not everybody, that some people have jumped into her ass from day one. And I'm not saying that some of it wasn't warranted, okay? But the people of this township need to understand, these jobs are not just, they're not easy, okay? They're a lot of time. Carol and I talked yesterday, you know, the clerk's position that pays $28,500,
Yeah.
okay? That's probably a $50,000 job, and it's $28,500.
Right.
And it is not a part-time job. It is it is an easily 32 hour, 4 days, 8 hours a day, easily. You guys don't see that because you're not seeing the doors open during the day. But as Carol said, the lights are on at 1 o'clock in the morning because that's when she's there. I mean, the other day she called me, and that was one of the days that we were yelling at each other. And she said to me, she says, I don't want to listen to it. I worked all day. I think she might have went home and changed her clothes and came back to the office, and she was there for 7 hours. And she had already worked a 12-hour shift. Okay, and there again, that is what it is. But, you know, I'm begging for the people of this township. And Joe Beth, I'm looking at you, okay?
Go ahead.
I'm not accusing you of anything. I'm looking at you.
You
In the
can go
simple
ahead and
fact,
accuse me if you like.
no, I'm not accusing you, I'm asking you. Please, use your website to help us. Use your website to promote, okay?
Can I respond
Let-
to you when you're done?
I will, but please, whoever we get in this seat the next time, we've gotta give them the benefit of the
I
doubt.
agree.
Okay, and I understand, like Carol said, Priscilla is a hard personality, okay? It is black and white, it's this. And as I said, we yelled at each other twice a week, every week since she's been here. And we've gotta have some participation from the public, from the board members, everybody. We all have to work together. I mean, like right now, with the turmoil that we've got, whether it be in the township or on this board, where the hell do we go in a year? Okay, who's gonna set up here? Who's gonna be up here doing these jobs?
Who's gonna want to come do it?
Who's gonna wanna be up here doing these jobs?
Can I respond?
Absolutely.
I'll just include my public comment into this, so we don't have to go back to me.
Okay.
Personally, Priscilla and I don't get along. We never really have over the last few years. Even though, for a while, I have tried to kind of repair that a little bit, and we have just never seen eye to eye. I'm not shy about that at all. But I also did give her quite a few months of, you know what, it was a hard job. I told her constantly, Mary was actually there one night when I was like, actually I texted you, Jerry, and I said, is the meeting at the fire station or is it the pavilion? You said it's at the pavilion. And you called Priscilla right after them because she had put the wrong address on the agenda. I never said a word to her about it. I don't want her to feel criticized. 30 seconds after she got off the phone,
She was pissed
she blew
because,
up at us and then told me that she
Yeah.
was going to quit. We were only 6 days into her being clerk.
Yeah.
For weeks, she threatened to quit every single time I talked to her.
Mhm.
The board, not Carol, but you guys know that right after she gave me a FOIA that I paid for, she then accused me of stealing records out of the office and refusing to give them back. That is not what happened, and that would be a felony if it were true.
Right.
That's a very serious accusation, and that was a month after she became clerk. I tried to give you guys, again, not you, Carol, you weren't here for it. Well, you might have been at the meeting, but I gave you guys the information about the fact that the meeting minutes were not being done by Priscilla. I actually didn't care if they were done by Stacy. I told you guys that night, go ahead and just make a motion to give it to Stacy then, so that Priscilla has one less thing on her plate. Let's help her out. It is a hard job. Instead, you guys completely ignored it and went forward, and it's not being done correctly. The residents of this township, the residents of the entire country, our job is to be aware of what's going on. with the people who are representing us. I am asking constantly for information where I'm being told I need to pay $100 for her to send me an email she brought up in a meeting because she says it's gonna take 13 hours worth of work for her to get the emails. I'm getting 90-cent bills for FOIAs. It is the lowest charge, as far back as anyone can tell, in this township for a FOIA. Then it took 4 more days for her to actually give it to me. If she's gonna work at night, I'm fine with that. She's gonna send me bills at 10 o'clock on a Friday night and I pay it 5 minutes later, I expect her to send them over. Stacy got a FOIA for me and she paid a check, that could have bounced. But I wouldn't have known that. I took the check, gave it to the person it's supposed to go to, and I gave her her records, because that's what you do. There have been a lot of things that she's been doing that technically are against the law or at the very least unethical. And I have been trying for months to inform you guys of it in a private way, and no one's actually listening to me. No one's listening. Other people are bringing this up, and it's like the meeting minute thing. Just make a motion to give it to somebody else. That would have been completely legal and a great way to put everything in a situation where now no one is violating anything. It makes a lot more sense. Go ahead and give it to Stacy if Stacy's gonna do the meeting minutes. I don't care if she does them, but it should say her name at the bottom and not Priscilla's. I'm not trying to pick on Priscilla, just like I'm not trying to pick on any of you. I am looking at the clerk who isn't doing her job properly, and I take FOIAs extremely seriously because you have to be very careful with those laws. That is different than just our policies here. That's not a serious, I have gotten a passion for FOIAs in the last 2 years. What she's been doing is unethical, and some of it has been actual violations.
And there again, and those are things that she would have to answer.
I am trying, well, and
You know what I
I try to talk to her all the
Right.
time. I've been trying to set up an appointment. I can't get her to email me back. Now I don't have any emails from Stacy, and I don't care if they're up there late at night, but I expect to hear something within a few days. Instead of it being weeks of me having to be like, can I just come in and look at meeting minutes? I knew you guys were gonna put this lawyer stuff in there and it was gonna get approved. You said it was $1,200 with legal bill, it was $900. The math wasn't even right. Let's look at these details and fix them when they happen, so we don't have to go back and fix them
Right.
later.
No, I agree.
I'm not trying to get on anybody except for the representatives of this township. And I'm trying to give everyone else a place to complain or praise or whatever. Like, I want you guys to do a good job. I don't care who is sitting in any of those chairs. I want you
Well, no, I
guys to do
get
things
that.
right.
I get that, but like I said before, you know, everybody
And
needs
everyone
to.
loved Priscilla because she tried to keep you guys accountable, right? That's
Oh.
why everyone supported her
Oh.
before she became clerk.
Oh, I mean,
She was
like I said,
constantly calling out people for not signing
she's
something correctly.
on
We
my,
all liked that.
she was on my ass repeatedly.
All
And it
I'm
might,
doing is
and
exactly
it
what
might
she
have been over
explained to other
something,
people to do.
it might have been something over, you know, something simple, but she was on my ass. And I didn't take offense to it, because there again, she's trying to do, you know, she's trying to do her job.
She was doing
So-
her civic duty as a resident.
so-
I'm doing mine.
And I appreciate that, okay?
It's not personal.
But I don't think that I don't think people think that.
But why did you resign, Joe Beth, if you like to do FOIA so much?
Because I was uncomfortable with the fact that, first of all, as soon as she did her interview for